The Zodiac Killer, America's most terrifying mystery. The Zodiac Killer is one of the most mysterious and frightening serial killers in U.S. history. His story is not just a series of murders, but a carefully built puzzle that still causes fear and curiosity today. The beginning of fear. The Zodiac's crimes started on December 20th, 1968, in Vallejo, California. His first victims were two high school students, David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen. They were spending a quiet evening in a parked car when the Zodiac approached and shot them. David died immediately, and Betty was killed shortly after. This was the start of a terrifying pattern that would shock California and later the whole country. Letters and ciphers of terror. Months later, in July 1969, another attack happened in Vallejo. This time the victims were Darlene Ferrin and Mike Mageau. After the attack, the killer did something unusual. He called the police himself to report the crime. Soon after, letters began to arrive at local San Francisco newspapers. These letters, written in the Zodiac's own handwriting, described his murders in detail. He demanded they be published on the front page or he would keep killing. The scariest part of these letters was the ciphers, strange codes made of symbols. The first cipher was divided into 3 parts and sent to 3 different newspapers. The killer claimed the code contained his identity. A civilian couple actually solved the first cipher, but it only revealed disturbing messages about how killing gave him pleasure. His identity stayed hidden. The daylight attack. In September 1969, one of the Zodiac's most famous attacks took place near Lake Berryessa. 2 college students, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard, were relaxing near the water when the Zodiac appeared. This time he wore a bizarre costume, like an executioner's hood with his crosshair symbol on the chest. He tied the couple up and brutally stabbed them. Brian survived, but Cecilia later died from her injuries. On their car door, the Zodiac left a handwritten message with the date of the attack, proving it was his work. Only a month later, in October 1969, he struck again. This time, his victim was a cab driver named Paul Stine in San Francisco. But here, the killer made a mistake. Several people saw him leaving the crime scene and gave the police a description. This led to the famous composite sketch of the Zodiac, his only known face. The murders stop. The mystery grows. After Paul Stine, the confirmed murders stopped. But the Zodiac's letters kept coming for years. He bragged about his crimes, mocked the police, and even threatened to blow up a school bus full of children. The letters contained more strange codes and threats. Over the decades, many suspects were named, most famously Arthur Leigh Allen, but no one was ever charged. In 2020, a team of amateur codebreakers claimed they had solved one of the Zodiac's most difficult codes, revealing another terrifying but mysterious message. The never-ending question. The Zodiac Killer has never been caught. His identity remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the history of crime. He wasn't just a killer. He was a ghost haunting America. A man who turned murder into a game, and a mystery that continues to terrify people more than 50 years later.